Hey, I'm Unique Love, aka Yaya, BKA, Shakita Banana, poet, blogger, food enthusiast, therapist, and BFF of Monie.
And I am LoveLoudd, aka Monie, poet, writer, audio engineer, mentor, creative director, and Yaya's bestie. And together we are LoveLoudd LLC.
2008 marks the year we met at the illustrious Clark Atlanta University. 2016 is when we became business partners. And in 2020, we started our lovely podcast, Truth Carpet.
Truth Carpet was inspired by our real life carpet in our dorm room that we sat on with our friends to speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Our version of Vegas. What was said on the carpet stayed on the carpet.
On our podcast, we will share original poems, discuss spicy topics, and quench your thirst with this here tea.
So grab your drink and let's get into it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Welcome back to another episode of Truth Carpet with your favorite best friend duo of LoveLoudd LLC. I am your favorite Unique Love, also known as Shakita Banana, also known as Lil Ye, and I'm here with my best friend,
Simone Loud, and she's trying to figure out why Yaya came on with this vibe as if she was on like Quiet Storm radio. You know, we about to put on the vibes right now. Grab your partner, call in, let us know the jams you want to hear. Call in and give a message and let them know that you love them. We here all night. We got the jams flowing, wine is flowing. Y'all know how we going all night long. Like what?
And I saw your facial reaction too, but I was like, don't laugh, yeah, just keep going.
Like, what is she doing? But okay. What's poppin'?
What you doing? Where you at?
Right, that was gonna be the first song.
Don't say that.
The first song in the queue.
Oh man. Ooh, my cheeks are sore from laughing. Oh my God. How you doing, girl?
I am wonderful with 2 L's. Feeling really, really good. Sun is shining. The weather has been beautiful. You know,
beautiful.
Countdown to the summer. School is almost over, which means I'll have a nice little break. Vacay coming up soon. Can't wait. So yes, I'm feeling really, really good. You know, the vibes are right. You feel me?
That's good, girl.
What's going on with you?
I wish I had a little break. I'm in need of a little break right now, just for my mind. Every so often, I get like, I feel cluttered. You can tell what's going on in my life because of the space around me. Like living room, kitchen, all that stuff may be fine, but my bedroom looks like a storm hit. My car, like, is usually nothing in my car, but I got jackets all laid out, whatever. To me, it looks crazy. To anybody else, it'll look basic, but it's like, bruh, that's how my mind feels right now. So unorganized and all over the place, to the point where I was like, yeah, you're a Virgo. That's an earth sign. You need to take yourself, go to a park, sit down, ground yourself, and turn on some meditation. But womp womp, this past weekend, it was raining, like in bad weather. I couldn't do it.
Oh no, not rain.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to like a sunshiny afternoon where I don't have anything planned. Like I have to be in the house for it, and I can just go and vibe out at the park because I need it. But today I'm gonna declutter my space, actually put my laundry away and do more laundry. Like that's how bad it is. Like it's been 2 weeks with my clothes in the hamper, like my clean clothes in the hamper and my dirty clothes in the bag. Like, bruh, I need to get my life. That's how I'm doing.
Yo, folks think I'm crazy. Like when I wash clothes, I've gotten to the point where I wash, fold, and put stuff away within the same time frame. Like I just do it all at once because I hate seeing them sitting around. I hate going through my clothes trying to find something that I want. I got to put it back. It drives me insane to just have it sitting there.
Right.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't see how people do it. Like, you just wash them. They look like they still dirty because they still sitting in the hamper. Like, where you put your dirty clothes if your clean clothes is in the hamper. You got it.
I got hampers on hampers, girl.
That's crazy. I got one hamper and it's for dirty clothes.
I've gotten to that point too, and I was so proud of myself. Like, yes, I got this adulting thing down, pack. I'm doing it. You know, mommy taught me right. I got it right. You know, my clothes ain't wrinkly because I took it right out the dryer, folded it, and put it away. You know what I'm saying? But life happened, bruh. It was just like I ain't had time to do laundry, put it away. X, Y, and Z is like throw that stuff in the washer, go to the mall real quick, come back, throw it in the dryer. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Don't judge me.
It's like some things I just can't do. Like, I can't leave the house in the morning without making my bed. That's at the top of my list. I might leave some clothes thrown around or something, but the number one thing on my list is having my bed made. Because coming home and having my bed unkempt, it just makes my face just feel crazy. Saying my bed made, it just gives me more of a relaxed mood. Shout out to my mama who always made me make my bed before we leave the house. We could never leave the house without our beds not being made. So that was a part of my everyday thing. The bed has to be made.
Yeah. I knew somebody who said that before too, and it is a different feeling because she was like, I don't care if I'm running late or anything. My bed is going to be made. And then she had all these other things that she listed down too that she has to do in the morning. And it is a different feeling. Like when even if it's not properly made, when my comforter is looking a certain way on my bed, my pillow's propped up, it's just like more inviting opposed to having a junky, messy bed.
Exactly.
My thing for me that I can't, like I have to do is the opposite time of the day. When I come home, I cannot touch my bed at all until I take a shower. Like, I do not like, and when I was younger, I was different. I plop myself on top of the bed as long as my covers are pulled back. But now I'm like outside clothes. If I can take it off before I even hit my room, that's perfect. But if I'm in a rush, like today, I didn't have time to take a shower or anything. Like I just strip off of my outside clothes and put like whatever my underclothes are or a different type of house clothes, whatever, in my room. I just don't want outside on my bed.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, like, do you at least change into like something more comfortable before getting on your bed, or is it I can't get on my bed at all until I take a shower?
I don't want to get on my bed at all until I take a shower. So even like right now, I will take a shower before I touch my bed. If I'm like absolutely sleepy and I'm not being picky, then I will lay on top of my bed, like with my blanket. If I'm being like extra, like Yaya being extra, I'll get my sleeping bag or something and lay on the floor.
You'll lay on the floor before laying in your bed because you haven't taken a shower yet?
Bruh, wow. The floor be so comfortable, bruh. It be, especially when my back hurt, I'd be laying on the floor. That's
wait. Can we go back for a second? You have a sleeping bag? I haven't had a sleeping bag since I was in like elementary school. What do you have a sleeping bag for?
So I don't use it too often. Most times, as far as recently, I'll get a throw pillow and an extra blanket and lay on the floor. But my sleeping bag, that thing ain't never gone in the garbage. It's when I went to New Zealand, what grade was that? Probably 9th grade, 8th grade. Sleeping bag was one of the things on the list. So one of the ministers at my church bought the sleeping bag and he paid $100-something for that. It's like a thermal sleeping bag. It gets up to like 103 degrees. Like it closes like a cocoon, like you're actually snuggled up inside of that sleeping bag. So it's like one of the legit camper style sleeping bags that I have. And it's going to be with me for life. That's why I have a sleeping bag.
Okay, for life.
For life.
I'm super excited about our episode today.
Bruh. That's all I have to say. Bruh. All right, so with your excitement, let's just get into the campus rundown and get this show on the road.
Absolutely. Okay, so y'all know what time it is. It's time for me to give you the campus rundown today on this episode of Truth Carpet. In the Icebreaker, Yaya and I are talking about superpowers. What would we like to have and why would we like to have them? Going over into our Sweet 223, I'm going to be sharing a poem that I wrote for my mother back in 2017 for Mother's Day. And in our Hot Topic segment, speaking of mothers and superpowers, we are going to be talking to both of our mothers, Ms. Leslie and Miss Renee. Super excited for y'all to hear this conversation, to talk to them about motherhood, what they love about us, what they would like to change about us. Y'all have to tune into this segment to hear about Yaya and Monie from the people who birthed us, okay? Next up in the scenario segment, our mothers are going to be joining us to give their favorite memories of us. And as always, join us in the announcement segment. There's always something for everybody. So tune in all the way to the end, my friends. All right, girl, you ready for this icebreaker? What are you doing?
What I'm doing? I'm playing with these filters on Zoom. They're so cool. Oh my
Not
God.
even paying attention. He over here playing.
I am paying attention. I heard the whole rundown, girl. Okay, girl, let's do it. Okay, y'all, welcome to our Icebreaker segment. If you are familiar with our show, you know what's coming up. We are today not going to be playing the game, but asking a question, which is, which superpower would you like to have and why? So there are several superpowers that exist out there. And even if you make up your own, that's okay. So Monie, which superpower would you like to have and why?
My superpower would be teleportation because I love to travel. So to be able to just get from one place to another, just a snap of a finger, like I want to be on the beach right now. Pow. Or I want to be on this island, go on a quick vacation, like pack my things and just go. Yes. And then also, so I don't have to worry about driving or public transportation to get anywhere. I can just teleport myself to work, teleport myself to be on set, teleport myself to the meeting, and just be there. I would never be late. If I had teleportation powers and I'm still late, I'm the problem.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Can't blame traffic. I can't blame nobody but myself. Oh, my portation wasn't working. It wasn't clicking this morning.
Like, girl, what are you talking about? What teleportation? What?
My teleportation, it just wasn't, I couldn't get, my mind wasn't right this morning. I couldn't get it to click. But yes, that's what I would do. Get from one place to the next real quick, smooth, and easy. Like
that sounds like a good one. You sound like you also need to be able to stop time or rewind time, so then you can make sure that you're on time to whatever you need to be with your teleportation.
That's a whole nother power. Let me pause time real quick.
Right.
I'm running late. I only got 5 minutes. Let me pause everybody else. So by the time I get there, I'm first. Hey.
Let me see things.
Everybody be like, whoa, when did you get here? I've been here. When y'all get here? Yes.
Right.
I was in the bathroom.
I think for me, I was going to say if I could make up a superpower that would be like amnesia, either giving it to myself for a specific situation or giving it to somebody else for a specific situation. That's the superpower that I would have wanted to have.
Oh, then, really? I've never heard that before.
I just made it up.
Like Men in Black with the pen.
I wish y'all could see her. I'm thinking, remember Cherish, the singing group?
Lean with it, rock with it, stop with it. All my ladies, how you
Yeah. They had a song called Amnesia.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so I would want that. I was thinking I would want that power, but now I'm confused. Do I want that power or would I want to be able to stop and rewind time so then I can go back and correct or change the behavior that happened? So then I don't even have to have the amnesia happen.
Learn from the moment you're trying to rewind time to do it over.
Yeah. Like, oh, I ain't like that reaction to that. Let me try to. So, like, that's so Raven. Like,
I did not mean to say that like that. Hold on just a second. Start all over again.
Yeah, yes. That's the superpower that I want, girl. I think that's better than amnesia, because then I'll remember everything and that person won't, or I'll forget it and they will remember.
Or you can still use amnesia. You could tell them and they'd be like, I should have told them that and forget about it. Just snap your finger.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. See, this is why this we connected. I needed you for that.
Oh my gosh. That's so
Oh,
funny. I wish I could teleport to you right now. See, if I could teleport, we could just do the podcast in person. Like we wouldn't have to be separate. I'd be like, bing, and I'll be there.
yep. And then if you late for something, then I'll rewind the time for you.
See, our powers will work in unison.
Yes, I love it. I like it here. Oh, that was a good icebreaker.
That was fun.
Now on to the next one.
On to the next one. All right, y'all. Welcome to Sweet 223. It is I, Simone. That's my poetry name for today. Okay. So today I will be reading a poem entitled For My Mother that I wrote May 12th, 2007 for her on Mother's Day. Into this world you brought me, and I will always be thankful for the life I am given. Started out as your bundle of joy, who looked into the eyes of the one she knew she could trust, warm inside the arms in which I felt safe. Healthy hands that would always help me. Years, months, weeks, and days have passed. Even hours, seconds, and milliseconds have passed, and those same feelings remain pure. Always saying how you feel because you love me. And for your love, I give it back in return. With you as my source of life, there's no way for me to be steered in the wrong direction. One night I fell asleep, and I woke up in a room with no doors or windows. I had nowhere to go, but I would never try to escape, for in my mother's heart is where I will always remain. So when you find yourself away in a red room, stay calm, for I have placed you in my heart as gratitude for the love I'm always given.
Wow, that was a nice, sweet poem for your mom. Did you read it to her, or did you have her read it?
I had her read it. I made her a card and I wrote it inside. Did I make her a card? All I know, there was a card and I wrote it inside the card. I can't remember if I made it or if I bought a card, but I know she still has it somewhere.
When you were reading the poem, it made me think of the question, what would life be without mom? That was one question that came up. And the other one was, which is crazy because I was thinking of this earlier, is like, you and I, we're not moms yet.
Right.
But for people who have experienced being a mom for the first time, it's like one day, 1 minute, 1 second, you're not a mom, and all of a sudden, your life changes after you push your baby out. When you were saying like uh, she was your source of life, that part, that's what triggered that thought. But just to be a mom and to actually have your children in your life and care for them, I can't imagine what that's like to be selfless. And I'm grateful that my mom kept me, first of all, kept me in two types of ways, didn't give me up and choose not to be a mother, and also didn't give me to someone else. Like, she took great care of me and made sure that she wasn't just the source as far as me being nurtured in her body and growing into a human being, but the source of life for years to come after that until my death. So that's what I thought of when I heard your poem. But what typically people go to the store and buy a card. What sparked you to write your own poem for your mom?
I think around this time, I was starting to write a lot more. So this was my junior year of high school. So I was in theater, so we always had like writing prompts and things like that. And I remember seeing something that was written, and it was talking about how they fell asleep in a room without any doors or windows. And it made me think about like being in the womb, like waking up in a space with no doors or windows, and then finally seeing the light and being in the space with my mother, like being born as a baby, like coming
Yeah.
into the world. So I wanted to use that and express to my mother how I felt for her in a poem, and then reiterating the fact that when she wakes up, And she's in a room with no doors or windows, but it'll be red because she's inside of my heart. So to not be afraid, because she's in
Wow.
a space where she's also loved and she's cared for as well. Because similar to you, I'm grateful for the fact that, you know, my mother did not give me up. She decided to keep me, didn't give me to anyone else, always kept me safe. And then on top of that, like, I'm grateful that my mom is still here. I know a lot of people that lost their moms at a very, very early age and had to learn to navigate through their adulthood without having their moms. So the fact that my mom is still here and I'm able to learn from her, I'm very grateful and blessed to still have her here. And I definitely feel for those that do not have their mothers. Granted, they're still, here in spirit, but the fact that their mothers are not here physically, there's just that element that I can only imagine how that feels to not have your mom.
I can't come close to even imagining. It's traumatizing. I think I not always, but I have imagined what might happen or how I might react if I were to lose my mom. I think I'll be done too. Like, y'all might have to put me in a psychiatric ward or something because I can't imagine my life without my mom. Like, that's my freaking Energizer Bunny battery that keeps me going and going. And that's my right hand person. That's my left hand person. That's my everything. Life without my mom, what? So I do feel that way as well, and that makes me feel more grateful for the relationship that I have. Not even just knowing that I have a mom out there, but me having access to her and continuing to have a relationship with her. It's something that I will forever be grateful for because, like you said, not a lot of people have it. Whether they've lost their mom at a younger age or even in their 20s, like, bro, I'm still a baby.
Right.
I need my mom.
Oh, I love my mama, y'all. And I cannot wait for y'all to hear from her, honey. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
From my twin. Okay. Y'all, I wonder if y'all be able to tell us apart. You might, we'll see. But yes, that was written for my mother back in 2007.
Yes, well, thank you for sharing that lovely poem with us today.
And now we are about to do what?
Okay, y'all. So we are getting ready for our next segment. This was such a great time recording with our moms. We did a pre-recorded segment for our hot topics, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. So, gearing up now for our hot topics.
Yes.
Hey guys, welcome to our hot topic segment with our moms. Oh my God, like our moms are here live with us. I have my mom, Leslie Hasan. She's been my mom for 30 years, guys. Her favorite color is purple. She has long braids and her glasses. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, everyone.
And my mother is here, Miss Renee Parker, aka my twin.
Do you talk like that all the time?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Okay.
So say hello to the world, Mom.
Hello, world.
Hey.
So we are welcoming our moms to our podcast in celebration of Mother's Day, and we couldn't do this podcast without you ladies, so we're super excited to have you here. And I just want to do a check-in to see how everybody is doing today. I feel a little bit nervous. I know my mom overhears me do the podcast all the time, but it's like kind of weird to have her sitting right by me to record. But how are you doing today, Mom? I know you had a long day.
I'm doing okay. I've been out of the house up since 6:30, out of the house since like 7:30. Just getting home for the podcast.
Looking at both of y'all, you see you have like similar personalities. Looking at both of you.
Yeah, my mom?
Yeah.
Really?
Y'all both look nervous.
Yeah. Well, she's tired. She over here shaking because she had to do like a
I did it
event today.
How you doing, Mom?
I'm good. I'm hungry, but I'm good.
I'm hungry too. So we're gonna eat right after this.
You always hungry.
Yeah.
That's okay. I am always hungry. I gotta eat.
All the time.
Okay, so we're gonna jump right into our hot topic segment today. We're talking all things motherhood with Monie and Yaya's mom. First question. So we'll do it like a love loud order. Like my mom will be love and your mom will be loud.
Yes.
In that order. That's how we typically do things. So
let's do it.
My mom, because you know what, and it's also weird too, like when we were doing the checking of the mics, when you said mom, my mom responded because you typically so I'll say my mom. What is the most difficult part of motherhood?
I think the most difficult part, which in hindsight it really wasn't because the time went by so fast, just trying to raise your children to be good, wholesome people, struggling, trying to make sure that they have everything that they need. And it's always, when you're in the struggle, it's like it's never enough. It's always, you really sometimes not know how it's going to happen. And once it's all over, the time has gone by so fast, it's hard to even realize that these little babies we gave birth to are now adults. So even when I come home and I say hi to Yannick, I say, hi, my little daughter. Because so it's still like they're your babies. And so it's the struggle is hard. So, but once you see the fruit of your labor, it's just a big reward at the end of it all.
Do you think it was scary, like while raising kids? Because you said you wanted to raise them to basically be good people, and do your best that you can.
The scary thing was that knowing you raise your children the right way, being in an environment where there's so much wrong, and not knowing if your children wind up being affected by, struggling to make sure that they know the difference between right and wrong, that they know that they can't hang with certain friends. That was just kind of the struggle. Just that they, it's always your prayer that that your children turn out to be, grow up to be good people because they have the values, but just being able to separate themselves from the environment around them.
Yeah. I don't have any babies, but I can relate. It's like a nature versus nurture thing. You want the best for your kids, but you don't know what's going to impact them once they hit the outside world.
Similar to how I feel about my students, like how I educate them with the hopes that they take what I give them and utilize it out into the world, not knowing how they're going to be receptive of it, but I hope that it would change them for the better.
Yeah. And as mothers, we're more nurturing anyway. It's our, like, whatever we touch, we expect it to be perfect. So we'll keep trying and trying and trying, because when everybody else is saying, just let it, don't worry about it, you've done all you can, but it's not how mothers are built.
Yeah.
We're built to it's just in us to want everything to be perfect.
I agree.
Right. Come on, Mom, what you got to say about motherhood for you?
Well, for me, raising 3 daughters, the most difficult part was just keeping everybody on track. And I would always say, I want to make sure, they are productive citizens in life. So making sure they're going to school, doing their homework, staying out of trouble, not getting mixed up with the wrong group of girls in schools. You got the catty girls, you got the bullies. So you just kind of try to balance out, who your child is going to hang out with, and, when the friends come over, because our house was, the house to, bring friends over to, so that way I can watch them and make sure, they weren't hanging out with the wrong, the wrong girls. And
that's what it was.
That's definitely what it was.
Over here.
Yeah,
so exactly. I can watch everybody. You're not going over there.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on.
Because I didn't trust, what somebody else was doing at their house, but I knew our house was safe. So, we would have the sleepovers, and, I can make sure that, their friends aren't, encouraging them to do things that weren't, that wasn't appropriate. So, our house was the house to come and hang out. And, I can watch everybody to make sure that they were safe. Because as mothers, we always want to make sure our kids are doing the right thing and they're safe. And I didn't want them going someone else's house, staying out late, me not knowing if there were, they had older brothers and stuff, and or not knowing who was in the home. But I know if they were at home with us, then, would make sure they were safe. And, we were teaching them, good values. And eventually, as they got older, they were able to go other places, but, slowly, but after the age of 16, I would say, now you can go and stay all night. And by that time everybody was doing well, and I knew that they knew right from wrong, and they started picking friends based on their personalities, and not someone because someone else was friends and they felt that they had to be friends with them just to be popular.
Instilling that independence. Think for yourself.
Think for yourself. Exactly.
My mama taught me that.
Yeah, think for yourself. Although I'm still thinking for you.
Sometimes, not all the time. Come on, that's not what we was here to talk about.
I'm just saying. Mom, how do I do this?
Hey,
Mom.
I'm sure you
Mom. I'm like, if she called me one more time,
I just want to make sure that I'm doing it right.
What should the oven be on? I'm like, had you been paying attention when I was cooking, you wouldn't have to call and ask me.
Oh my goodness. Just a double check. Okay.
Write it down.
It's also funny too, hearing you speak about Simone and your other daughters and having people come to your house. That's how we were in college too. Like our college dorm was where everybody came to be together, whether it was the Suites, Heritage, all of the dorms. It was everyone came to us. We really didn't venture out to other people. So I thought that, like, that's when you were speaking, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, because you're safe at home. So
right.
Have people come to you, where your environment is safe. So.
See, now thinking about it, it helps me realize like why I'm such a
homebody.
They call me the mom friend. So and everybody come over, I make sure that everybody got something to eat. I make sure everybody's comfortable. I make sure that everybody's having a good time. Do you need anything? But after you don't hear one time,
you're not a guest.
You're not a guest no more.
Right. You said after one time?
After one time.
Oh, I always say after 3 times.
You might not get a second.
So my mom, what is something that you admire most about your children, just in general?
In general, I admire that my children are loving family people, family-oriented people. They love their families. I love the fact that they have blossomed and matured into responsible adults. I'm so proud of them. I'm always, anybody who knows me knows, don't mess with her and her kids. Do not talk about those kids. You don't call the police before you call their mom. So, I'm like one of those ride or die mothers. Whatever they're doing, I support them. And I'm just proud. They, like my son, he's a responsible father, just for him growing up without a dad, and to see him grow up into the man that he is. And he's such an awesome dad, and he's an awesome son. Yannick, she doesn't have any children, but she loves us all like we're her. She even thinks I'm her sometimes. She's grown into a beautiful young lady. And they're career driven. They're aggressive about what it is that they want. They know what they want, and they know how to go about getting it. So I'm really proud that they turned out to be productive adults.
You could call us children.
So so that's one of the most important things, because it's so hard, because we could think we're doing everything right. And we can't do everything right, but that doesn't mean that everything will turn out all right. So I just thank God that I've been blessed with the family that I've been blessed with. I wouldn't ask for a different family. I wouldn't trade my kids for the world.
Oh, such kind words, Mom. It's funny that you say, to hear you actually say out loud that I treat you like yours, because sometimes I think that in my head, like when I text, like, where you at? I ain't hear from you all day. Where she think she going? She ain't even tell me where she going. Like, it's crazy. But it's funny to hear you say that out loud. Like, you see it. You know you my daughter, Mom.
Are we passing the baton?
Yes.
Mom, Miss Parker, what is something that you admire about your children? Or you can talk about just
Oh, you want me to talk about you?
No, all of them.
Well, all of them are very, very independent. And that's what I love about them. And they love each other. They look out for one another. Everybody in the family, we don't have a large family, but our family unit is strong and everybody looks out for one another. All the girls are independent. If you need something, you just call them. They'll be there when you need them. They don't mind coming, no matter what I need. They might whine a little bit, but they do it. And they're always there, when I need them. So if I need them to do something, they'll do it. They need to do something for one of their sisters, they'll do it. And it's usually not a complaint. It's like okay, so they'll stop what they're doing, to make sure whatever is needed in the family is taken care of. So that's what I admire most. But they're definitely family oriented, and they make sure that everybody is good all the time.
You know who we get that from?
You get it from your mama. I know you get it from your mama. I know.
You taught me well.
Well, I try.
So it sounds like for both families, family comes first. Family is what matters. And just going back to the nature versus nurture thing, you can teach it all you want for a family, that family comes first and you want to put family before everything, but both of you are taking pride in your children that they kept that instilled with them, and for them to drop everything and come to help each other out matters most, or is really important to everybody. So that's nice to hear that kind of like instinct from different families or different moms.
Family is most definitely important.
What's the most fun thing about being a mom?
The most fun thing about being a mom is being in the audience when they go across the stage for something or playing a game, or so you can yell out and embarrass them.
You do that on purpose.
That's my job. No, really, that's the fun thing about it is just being able to have a relationship with your children where it's still a mother-child relationship, where I'm not your friend, but you can still be friendly with your kids and you can have fun with them. Like I wasn't never really one to hang out. Like I don't go partying with my kids, but if we go to something together, we can enjoy it and not feel ashamed that we're with each other, or your kids are not ashamed that they're with their mom or whatever. Just being able to embrace each other and spend time with each other. And because family is outside of next to our religion, next to God, my family is all I have. When you see me, you don't see me hanging out with people. If you see me, I'm either by myself or with my family.
When you said screaming out in the crowd, it just made me think of like every time I had like when I had a play at school or a graduation or anything, I get so upset when I can't find my mom in the crowd. Like, where are you? Like, she's supposed to be here. The doors open at 7:15. She should have been here at 6 o'clock. Like, where is my mom? And I'll get so upset until I see her. Like, oh, okay, I could calm down. But then at the same time, when you hear them yelling, "Go Yaya!" when I'm in the crowd, like it's embarrassing, but it's like exciting at the same time. Like I need to hear my family, but not so embarrassing. So it really puts like the battery in my back to keep me going and make me excited and feel loved by my family. Passing the baton.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming to the side. Yeah, the most fun thing for you about being a mother.
I think it started when you guys were little, probably Christmas. I like getting not a bunch of expensive gifts, but I can get a bunch of cheap gifts, wrap them up. I can wrap up 20 different gifts, and they thought they had the world. So that's where it started. That was fun for me, just watching their faces, open all these miscellaneous gifts that probably didn't cost no more than $20, but they thought they had the world. And then just growing up, as they got older, I would get them things that they talked about, they wanted, and I would surprise them. Just miscellaneous stuff that they needed. Might not have been significant, but I would wrap it up, give it to them. I still wrap them up the same. They all get the same gift. Wrap it up. So nobody can say, well, why did she get that? Or why did I want that color? They all get the same color. the same bundle. Here you go. So that way it was always fair. But it's always nice for me just to get a smile on their face. So no matter what I give them, they're always smiling. And that makes me feel good to know that I can do something small, but it's big to them.
I appreciate that, Mom. I swear I would mention something and then I get something in the mail. I'll be like, hey, I didn't ask for it. I just happened to mention that this is something that I was thinking about getting, and boom, there it is. You need a headscarf? Boom, there it is. You need a new notebook? Boom, there it is. You was talking about a Kindle, weren't you? Boom, there it is. Always providing when I wasn't expecting to have it provided for me.
Remember you guys were in college, you talking you need a new phone?
I did need a new phone.
What'd you end up getting? That was
a new phone, and she didn't even tell me that it was from her. I thought somebody was playing on my phone. They kept saying, "Who is this?" or "Who are you?" I kept getting text messages saying, "Who are you?" and it was from the new phone that she was sending me.
Oh, wow.
Number. Who are you? Who are you? I was getting so upset. Mama playing games.
That was when you in your green phase.
Yes, I was in my green
green
phase.
and pink. Green and pink.
Oh
You're
God.
still in your green phase.
Green is my favorite color.
That's it. Yeah.
Apparently, Yaya's favorite color isn't pink; it's yellow.
It's not pink anymore. It's not the green.
It never was.
Tell a story, Mom.
Her favorite color was yellow. With this big bird.
That's why now I'm Shakita Banana.
Shakita Banana.
She was the yellow Power Ranger.
Hello.
But just about the gifts, like that happens here too with my mom and my sister-in-law, and it just makes you feel like, because sometimes I'll forget that I even spoke about that. Like, for example, the other week when you brought me the pencil case and you was like, I saw you had colored pencils inside of a plastic bag, so I bought you this pencil case. And I was like, oh, like that's so thoughtful. Like, thank you. That makes me feel cared about. It's like the little things that matter. It doesn't have to be something like really expensive, but just to know that somebody thought about you and somebody that you love thought about you, no matter how near or far they are. It's just
Exactly.
like, oh, even though I'm grown, you're still buying me stuff. I appreciate that, Mom.
I'm still deserving of a gift. Even
Right.
if it's just one.
So as daughters, we are not, even though we like to think that we are perfect, we are not perfect. So Mom, Leslie, Hasan, if you can change one thing about me, what would it be?
So if I could change one thing about your knee, is that it would be, she is so sensitive, and I'm so not, and not that I don't care about, I don't know how to relate. Like when she comes to me with like social issues, like about men or whatever,
Dating.
I can't really be sad about it. And so, and I'm always like, stop wearing your heart on your sleeve and forget about them. And like, I'm kind of hardcore, so I'll probably say the things that men would say, but she's so sensitive and she just gets so upset. And if I could change that's the only thing that I would change, because I feel bad inside, but it's like I don't really know how to be sensitive, so I don't want to come across as I don't care. But it's just like I'm built that way. So where things roll off of me, they don't roll off of her. And I'm like, where'd she get that?
It's like, get over it. Like, move on.
Dang, that was #relatable.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, it's not our turn.
My bad. It hit a sore spot.
That would be one thing I would change. What she that's pretty much the only thing, but because she's a loving person and she, whatever I need, she's there. You know, she helps me with whatever she can when she's available. Who knows? I know you guys have your own social lives, so you can't always be behind me. But she just is so sensitive, and I just don't know what to do about it sometimes.
The funny thing is, when I was, well, now I'm starting to get more comfortable about who I am, because I have to be true to who I am. But a lot of times I used to pray to God, like, oh my God, like, why can't you make me be more hardcore like my mom and not care? Like, cause I never, like, I don't know if you cry in your room or cry to yourself or cry in your car, but for me, it was funny because I was just talking about this to Raven. To me, being strong was like equated to my mom. Like, I never saw her cry except her mom's funeral and my great aunt's funeral. But other than that, it's like my mom is so strong and like an independent woman. Like if she had to wear a suit, it would just be that superwoman suit all the time because she was strength. Like even I remember to the littlest thing when I got my first weave, and in my head, like you show the hairstylist a picture of what you want. I expected to look into the mirror and see my mom, and I remember crying. Like it doesn't look like my mom. It doesn't look like my mom. And the hairstylist was like, "It's okay." My mom was like, "You look pretty," and I was like, "No, it does not look like my mom." But like just like from the smallest things to the biggest things, I just wish that I had that. Like I don't care kind of attitude. I know she cares, but like for other people to see, oh dang, she don't even care. Like no, like I'm gonna keep doing me. At the end of the day, that's what I see with my mom. So yeah, I wish I could change that too, Mom, about myself.
To piggyback off what she said about me not crying, or people do think I'm hardcore, but I do it like most like you know how you have your prayer closet kind of thing. So it's like people don't see me do that. And sometimes when I just feel like everybody can't break down, somebody got to be the same one to, to handle what's going on. So if everybody's breaking down, nobody can do anything. So I cry when nobody can see me. But then in the inside, I'm burning up because everybody thinks they could just dump on me. And I'm supposed to just like, I'm not the Rock of Gibraltar. So I don't know, today might not be the day to for me to handle whatever it is that's going on. But mostly I just kind of like I get over it. I try not to stress about things that I can't change. I'm not gonna die trying to worry about how something's gonna get paid because it's not gonna get paid if I'm not here. Like I do what I can and anything else, but I don't know if I don't know if I've always been like that or I grew into that. But like now
You went through a lot, Mom.
I don't have a lot of time to be worrying about things, but so I just learned to be. That's just how I'm built, at least now. But I'm like, I think I'm a sweet person. I think people who don't know me might think I'm mean or whatever, but when I get to know you, or you get to know me, you see that I'm not. But I will help anybody, but I'm like really not forgiving of people who cross me.
You help too many people.
So yeah, but I'll help anybody pretty much. But and if you ask me to do something, I'll tell you yes if it's something that I can do. So, but I just don't have a lot of time. I don't know. I just don't have a lot of tolerance for nonsense.
Don't have time for the mess. I got it.
Amen.
I got it.
Got it. Miss Renee Parker, if there's anything that you could change about your oldest daughter, what would that be?
Well, growing up, Simone would always say, but I didn't do nothing. I mean, she always did something, but you said, Simone, but I didn't do nothing. So, and I say that to say, sometimes Simone needs to be aware of others. So now they're calling it emotional intelligence. So you got to be aware of other people's emotions and how other people feel. So that way you'll know, even if you didn't do something, you made them feel a certain way. And I think that's something that I want for you to look at the bigger picture and know if you do or say something that may affect somebody else. And sometimes that just means taking a step back to say, okay, how would I feel if somebody said this to me? So, and I think that's just a part of growing up and dealing with different situations. And, maybe I shouldn't have said it that way. Maybe I should have said it this way, but you've always been that way. And I think as years have gone on, you've grown from that. And now that you're 31, and I think now you're really starting to understand, what I say when I'm saying, Simone, you got to look at the bigger picture. You got to see how what you're doing or what you're saying is affecting somebody else. So, but, and I think just, as females and mothers, we want to make sure we're always doing the right thing and saying the right thing and not making someone else feel uncomfortable by our actions or something that we're saying. Because myself, like, I can take it. I'm gonna listen to what you have to say, but I'm not gonna listen to the mess. So like, if I don't like it, I don't understand, if I don't agree, I'm going to tell you I don't agree. Now, you may not agree with what I'm saying. I'm going to listen to you just the way I expect someone to listen to me, but if it's, something that I know that doesn't make sense, I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm not gonna be bothered. But my nieces, they call me, oh, that's Auntie Nan. I'm the mean auntie. No, I'm not mean. I just don't take no mess, and I'm gonna express how I feel. And if you saying something that's incorrect or inappropriate, I'm not gonna hold my tongue. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna move on because I'm not gonna worry about stuff I can't change. But I'm definitely gonna express how I feel.
See, and I can attest, if I may, that I have grown out of that. I can pat myself on the back a little bit. I have been working on my emotional intelligence. I allow people to feel the way that they feel, and sometimes I don't have to always respond.
That's right.
Who taught me that? My mama taught me that.
You don't.
You got to think before you speak, and sometimes you ain't got to say nothing at all.
That's right.
And now I'm able to teach that to other people, what I should have been doing at certain ages, but I didn't want to listen. So now I'm hoping that with me teaching high school girls how I was as a teenager, hopefully I could redirect their attitude into a better direction. Just being able to make that connection, because they may not listen to their mama, but they might listen to a mentor. So if I'm able to make that connection, then that's great for me. So thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
So during our last podcast episode, we pulled what is it called again, Simone?
Affirmation cards.
We pulled affirmation cards, and the card that we both pulled, and it wasn't planned, was the card that read, I am connected. And I think it's connection right now, that something that my mom said that she wants to change about me is something that I've been trying to work on. And then I saw your face change too when your mom was speaking about you, Simone, because this is something that what she said was a conversation that you and I had about what you do, and something that you've been wanting to work on and trying to work on for yourself as well. So there's that I'm connected card again.
Aww, give me a hug, Mom. Connected, baby, connected. If I'm not gonna be connected to my mama, then who else I'm gonna be connected to?
To me.
That's
true.
From
that. Okay, so neither Simone or I have children, but as far as I can think back, middle school, elementary school, I remember being in middle school making fake birth certificates, like me and my friends making fake birth certificates for our kids and wedding certificates. Like everybody imagines what their children may be like, or what their spouse may be like, or what their jobs may be like. So I don't know if you did that, Mom, but when imagining having a little girl, do you feel like whatever you concocted in your head, or do you think that the thoughts that you conceived in your mind was like, boom, there's Yaya, or did I turn out to be the opposite of what you expected?
No. I don't know, because I don't know if I ever gave it thought like that. I just always wanted 2 children. I wound up having 4, but I always wanted 2 children, and I wanted a son and a daughter, and I wanted the son to be older so he could take care of his sisters. And that's just all I wanted. When I got pregnant, was pregnant with Yannick, I didn't know what I was having until she was born.
Oh, you didn't? I didn't know that
she was going to be a girl until she was born. So you know how we had the baby showers in advance. And so I got some stuff because everybody on the job, my friends on the job who were men, wanted me to have a boy. So they gave me stuff for boys. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's okay. I'll just use it when we're in the house. If I have a girl. When I had that girl, I sent all that stuff back. And asked them if they could return and get me girl stuff. So I used to dress her in her little frilly dresses every day, and she was going nowhere but to her grandmother's house for babysitting. So it was just like I had this little doll or whatever, a doll, and you know she had like 18 ponytails every day. So she was just, I would get clothes made, and I would get a mini me set made out of my scratch. And she hated it though. So it's just kind of like, because I'm just so family oriented. So if you saw me, you saw my kids. So it was just amazing, just raising somebody, then just having 2 people in the house, 2 women in the house. So sometimes she gets so moody. I'm like, you can't, oh, Mom, I can't control it. I'm like, well, you have to. That doesn't give you right, because you're in the mood to treat anybody like crap because you're having a bad day or something. Well, I can't control it. You have to. And then she'll like push me out of the way. and I get so mad.
Not physically,
like,
audience.
Not physically.
The world.
She wants to like she doesn't want to talk, so I could be talking to her, and then she'll mute her TV like I'm interrupting her show or something. But then she'll come in and start talking to me when I'm watching TV. So sometimes I want to treat her the same way, but I know she'll get so sensitive about it, so I can't even do it back. she'll be so hurt or something. But just having somebody that's like you, you know, but different. With just raising a daughter. I mean, it's different raising a son, but just raising a little girl, trying to teach her how to be a lady, you know, all of that stuff that you just hope that they grow, and just you have to watch if that's not who you are. But I'm saying just like what you're doing, they watch you. You may not know, but they watch you. So you have to just make sure that, you just, because you want them to be raised right. You want to be a good example for them when they go to talk about you or whatever. You want them to be proud of you and everything, just like you'll be proud of them. So it's just, I want my kids to be as proud of me as I am of them. But the thought of what I would do if I had a daughter, all of that, I never really thought about that in advance. I just knew I wanted a son and a daughter in that order.
Well, it's funny that you, first of all, I am proud of you, Mom. And sometimes I'll be like, oh my gosh, she's always giving to other people. So I hope that you feel loved by the people that's in your corner and the people that you care for, because you like selfless. Like you'll just drop everything for any and everybody. And I just hope that you I hope that you receive and feel as loved as you pour out. But then also, even though you didn't write down any fake birth certificates or make a plan of having a girly girl, or my daughter's going to be a ballet dancer, or my daughter's going to do X, Y, and Z. You dressed me in the dainty dresses, and now I'm dainty still. I still like to be girly, a little girly person. So you still kind of configured it some kind of way.
Yeah, because she's like a princessy still, even though she's 30, she's so princessy. Everything has to be almost like bougie. And then I'll say, oh, do you like this? I can show something. She'll be like, it's nice for you. And I remember one time, because she's like blunt. Kids are like so blunt. They just tell us off and keep it moving. Like, and you're like, why you gotta be so mean? I remember we dressed at our church, we always dress up in February for Afrocentric Day. So I remember thinking I was so cute with my little thing on and tied my little head wrap. I said, how do I look? And she was like, you look like a Jamaican or a Haitian or something, she said. I said, well, that's kind of like the look I'm going for. She said, well, you look like one that don't know how to tie their head wrap. And I remember that. She was like still in elementary school though, or middle school, but like they just say what they want to say. Like it's like asking your husband if you look fat in his dress.
Oh my God.
Hey, wow. So if you want to know the truth, pretty much. And then she'll say, well, if you don't want to know the truth, then don't ask. If you don't want to know, don't ask. So it's like, oh, well, forget about it.
Oh my God.
Just please take the baton, Simone.
I think I'm gonna let you hold on to it just a little longer. All right, I got it. Okay, mother dearest. Sorry, I'm still on the head wrap. Do you have the bond with me, your oldest daughter, that you thought that you would have? Your first child?
I think so, but I didn't have any expectations in the beginning. So I knew I wanted a family. So it didn't have to be a boy or girl, but I didn't know I was having a girl until you came out. So the stuff I got at my baby shower, it was, it was gender neutral. It was blues and yellows and that kind of stuff.
Wait a minute. Well, you didn't know what I was before I was coming out?
No. I had names just in case. So I had a boy name and a girl name. So your name came from, I was watching soap operas back then. I was watching General Hospital. So your name came from Dr. Hardy's wife, Simone Hardy. So that's where your name came from, and then if you're a boy, then you'd have been named after your daddy. So that was easy. So I had names picked out, a boy name and a girl name. So once you were born, that's how you became Simone.
That's crazy. I didn't you didn't know that. You didn't know I was about to be a girl.
No.
Yeah, same.
It didn't
man.
matter.
I didn't know that
It
either.
didn't matter.
Oh.
I just wanted my own family. And I knew I wanted 2 kids. I ended up with 3, but that was good. But it was one for this hand, one for that hand. So I knew I was, just in case I was a single mother, which I turned out to be a single mother, then later got married, got another daughter. But, something you just kind of have to, do what you got to do. But no, I didn't know if I was going to have a boy or girl. But when she came out, I was like, oh, a girl. Yeah, I got all the dresses and all the little stuff for the hair and the barrettes and, so I was happy. And then we used to dress alike and, and you look like me. So I'm happy.
Twins, hey.
So it all worked out. Right?
Wait, so was this like a thing in the 90s where you didn't find out the gender of the baby until
Right.
Right. I mean, you get the ultrasound and you see and I ask you if you want to know. You say yes or no. I said no, I didn't want to know.
Connected.
They asked me, did I get one? But I didn't want to know.
I didn't want to know, but I got the ultrasound, so I knew I was having the baby. But I didn't want to know what it was. I mean, I just didn't want to know.
That's crazy.
But yeah. But no, you're more than what I could have asked for. So you turned out, pretty good. You're independent. You do things that I don't even do. I'm like, oh, okay, well, good. I wonder where you got that from. But
I feel like I get my creative spark from you. I feel like some of those juices come from you.
The majority. The majority comes from me.
No bad African hair wraps over there.
No bad African head wraps over here. I don't think you wrap your hair.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
I'm the only one that wraps over here.
No, I've tried it, but I always get it wrong. So I just
so she just don't put it on that.
I've tried it, but no. Other people look cute when they do theirs, but mine never looks right. So I just don't do it.
I can help you, Mom.
But I can do it in the house. If I'm in the house, I'll do it. If I'm standing. Kind of like when you go to bed, you kind of wrap your hair, but
that's not the same thing.
But it's wrapped up.
I can teach you.
I bought a couple of them and they just don't work. But my mom used to do it when we were growing up. She used to do it with the towel. And so
that's not the same thing either. We're gonna get you together, Mom. We're gonna get you right and tight with a hair wrap. We're gonna put them on today after the show. We're gonna see what you rocking with.
Maybe we can take a picture.
Oh, we could. I could put a hair wrap on too. We're gonna take it. We're gonna both put hair wraps on and take a picture.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us for our hot topics. That was fun. I actually learned something about my mom and something about me that I didn't know, but
hello, like what?
It was also funny that some of the questions, like our moms felt the same way or the same things. Like I could have been a boy.
I could have been a B-O-Y. I must spell boy wrong.
But we're going to invite you to our next segment, which is the scenario segment.
Yes, I'm excited.
Hip, hip, hooray.
I have to prep my throat for the song. Why are you looking at me like this?
I didn't know you could sing.
I'm not singing.
Oh, okay.
Don't edit that part out.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? In today's scenario segment, we have our mothers joining us to give their favorite memories that they have of Yaya and I, whether as adults or children in their lives. Mom, you're going to go first and let the people know your favorite memory. With me, Simone.
My favorite memory is growing up, you wanting to try different things. I always want to write. I thought she was going to be an actress. I thought she was going to be a radio DJ. Remember that radio DJ?
I did. I had a toy called a radio DJ.
Radio DJ. We thought Simone was going to be on the radio, if she was going to be a DJ, or maybe she was going to be a news person, but she wanted to always tell the news, telling what's going on in the house, what's on TV, who was playing with what toy. So they would have the dolls set up and she's talking to the dolls on the radio. And then she has her sisters involved with who's doing what. So she's interviewing them, but yeah, we thought she was going to be, a radio personality or TV personality, and but
I mean, kind of close to we on the podcast. So
you know what you wanted to do,
yeah.
So you're doing
we
it.
getting somewhere.
But yeah, she was always writing. So either writing a story or writing poetry. I still have all her poems from junior high. But yeah, she's always loved to write, coming up with different scenarios, different different plays she wanted to do, even, in high school, being in plays. So she's always been focused on what she wanted to do. And I think that's one of the things that I really love about her, because she's always been driven and she kind of stays on track with what she wants to do.
Thank you. Mom. I appreciate you for saying that, because I'll be trying to tell folks I've been writing for as long as I can remember. I've always had a creative spirit. So whether it had to do with me coloring, drawing, poetry, I have books full of scripts. My mom can attest. Like she said, she still has plenty of my poems and plenty of things that I've written. So thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
And thank you for the inspiration.
Keep writing.
Hey,
keep
I will.
writing.
Something gonna come from something. I'm not, these fingers, they're not gonna stop.
Simone types like Kermit, y'all. We like every time I hear her typing while I'm on the phone, I'm like, oh my God, Kermit. So
I don't know what it is. It's like, it sounds like,
it sounds faster than that. Like, okay. Am I taking a baton?
yes, passing it to you, Hunty.
Thank you. I have it. So, Mom, what is your favorite memory of me as an adult or a child?
Well, as an adult, as a child, let me say, the fondest memory of was when we celebrated your sweet 16. And that was like one of the best things we did as a family. I think everybody who knew me would listen to me for an entire year playing this party. I talked to anybody who would listen. And my cousin always said, that's not a party for Yaya, that's a party for y'all adults. So we did like a year planning this party. I think I woke up one day and she had a note on the side of the bed that she had put on my nightstand that said, Yaya has a say. And hell, so it was just fun. Like, I guess the whole process of it all was fun. And, like first, so we had a tailor, the dress was tailor made. We go to the store to look for dresses for the girls, and she was like, no, their dress can't look as pretty as mine. Like she was being like a bride.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh, look at this dress. And she just kept walking, and this lady thought I was talking to her, and I thought I was talking to my daughter, because her mindset is that she's getting this tailor-made dress, so she dare not look at a dress off a rack. So the whole process was just fun, but that day of, just everybody coming together just to make, that day, it was just so princessy. It was just, and it's just who she is still, it's just, she is a princess, and just raising her in that light of being the princess. She's a princess. Even my friend calls her
Queen.
One of my friends called her queen, but my friend, he refers to her as the princess. So it's just that whole concept. And like, I love that song from Yolanda Adams, My Darling Girl. Mm-hmm. And that's the song we dance to at her party. But when it comes on in my car, it's on my playlist. So it's just always, not that I had another daughter to compare it to, but it's just like, that's your little partner still, even though we don't hang out as much. Like, that's who I go to the gym when I go with, if I want to do walking, that's who I do stuff with. So like, even if she wants to go somewhere and I might not be going, if she said, Mom, do you want to come? I want to go, I'll go and stuff. So that's, as a child, my fondest memory. And then as an adult, I would say when we went to DR, like, I just felt so proud that she took me. Like, I didn't have to do anything, like just be ready to go, have a passport and get days off from work. And so it's not often that it's a blessing to have children that can pay for it or love you enough to say, hey, let me do this for my mom, because you do so much. Because even though they're grown, you'll do everything that you can for them. You don't know, like, even when they were in college, you always had to have money. They didn't know if we robbed Peter to pay Paul, because we never said no. So sometimes we were just down and out, but hey, my kid needs some help. She got sick in college. I was ready to spend $1,000 to fly there to go see about my daughter. Thank God that her dad was able to step in, but we don't get to say no. I mean, we can, but we choose, we don't
say no.
It's not an option for us, so just, just having somebody there that you can love enough to say, hey, she's worth it.
Oh,
You
thanks,
know?
Mom.
You worth it, Mom.
Oh, you're worth it too.
But I think Simone can agree too, is like seeing our moms do so much for us, and also like your mom doing for me and then my mom doing for you. Like we'll never forget that picture from freshman year that you cropped one of she's gonna be nameless.
I wasn't even gonna mention that, but I remember.
Like you ladies doing a lot for us, and just like it's like you can never, like how you say I can never thank God enough. I can never give back to God. It's like the same thing. Of course, God, amen, you come first, but mom is like I can never repay you for all of the things that you've done for me, all the surgeries that I went through, all of the insurance of yours that I used up, all of the things of yours that I broke, the getting on your nerves, acting like a drama queen. It wasn't acting, it was really me. But like all the things that a DR trip to me, it felt great to do it, but it's not enough. Like I still owe you the world because of all the things that you've done for me. So thank you. Like, I don't know, like I wish I could just like buy you a house or an island or something just to like show you how much I love you, because it's great because like my mom, yes, you're a single mom, and your mom, Simone, single mom. Not everybody has a mom that's so loving and kind, or a parent that's so loving and kind and will drop anything to be there for their child. Like I know so many people who don't have any parents at all. So this is like something to be appreciative of and grateful for. Like you don't have to do it. It's in your heart to do it, but you literally don't have to do it. So you doing it and having that heart to want to do those things that you do for us, it's just like I have no words for it.
I must say, just thinking about growing up, I don't know how you did it, because I know for a fact that just me alone, I was a handful and I gave you a run for your money. But the fact that you still chose to be my mother, you didn't give me up. You still decided to stay in my life. You guiding me in the right direction. You're still guiding me. You give me all the advice there for me 100%, and allow me to be myself, with which I love. You never forced me to try to do anything that I didn't want to do. You've always had my back and told me that, I can do whatever I want to do, which is why I'm able to do the things that I'm able to do, because you push me to be me. And I will forever and always be grateful for that. Don't make me cry. Don't look at you.
You're welcome. I'm about to cry. I'm like, oh.
I know. I just appreciate that you allow all of your children to just be us. And even if we don't 100% understand the advice that you give us, that at some point it's like, okay, it'll stick. We let her go ahead and let her figure it out. She'll be back. So that I can very, very much appreciate, and the fact that you've been able to help me grow into the woman that I am today. I could not have done it without you. So thank you, Mom.
You're welcome. Aww.
But I would like to thank you both for taking the time to sit with us through both our hot topic and scenario segment. Truly, truly, truly appreciate it. The conversation was a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed hearing from both of you and speaking to both of you. Loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too. And I do have a question, because I know our moms, as soon as the books come out, first ones to buy a book, first ones to buy a shirt, first ones to support and everything. And I'm sure that you hear us recording and see Simone rushing to go edit something real quick. How was your experience being on this podcast? If you can leave us a review or let us know firsthand experience, how did it feel being on the podcast?
We love a review.
It was fun, because I'm really not one to, like, I don't really watch videos and things like that. And I don't listen to podcasts. I don't watch reality TV and stuff. It's just not what I like. I probably never really tuned into you guys. I hear you, but I never sat to go back and listen after you put it up. But I hear you in the house when I'm home while you're recording. But I have to be so quiet. But it was really fun. So I would like to do it again.
What about you, Mom? You got a review for us? What'd you think?
I liked it a lot. It wasn't what I expected. I was like, okay, was I going to be nervous, or, are they going to ask me too many questions? Although I reviewed the questions, I'm like, okay, am I going to say something else? I mean, I'm like, I'm going to be genuine, whatever it is. But I think just not knowing what to expect. I'm not an internet person. I'm not Facebook. I don't do all that.
Just call it fake book.
It's fake. It's to be people with their business. So I don't do all that. I've touched on Instagram a little bit, but I don't have no social media, so I just don't do that. But I don't listen to podcasts, but I have listened to you guys' podcasts a couple of times. So this has been a good experience, and I'm glad we could do it with you. Thank you for inviting us.
Thanks for having us, literally.
It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements.
One day I should just sing it. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements.
Whoa, that would most definitely be a different genre, different tone, just switched up the whole vibe.
Different beat.
Right.
Oh my God. Okay, y'all. So let's jump into our announcements. Our first announcement is ways to support us. There are several ways. You don't always have to give monetarily by buying things from us, but you can if you want to.
Right.
Other ways that you can support us are giving us likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, and reviews. Those likes and comments and shares can be on our Instagram page, our YouTube page, or if you copy the website link and text it to your friends to share that we have a website out there. So there's several different ways to support us, and we appreciate everybody who's been supporting us thus far.
Absolutely. And if you are looking for some motivation, I have something special for you all. What? You want to say something?
I was about to say special for you.
For those of you that don't know, I have a second podcast. It is called Thinking Out Loud with Simone Loud. It's a motivational podcast that I usually release on Mondays that gives you motivational quotes to inspire, uplift, keep you going, pushing you forward, because I love to inspire others to be their best selves and live their best lives, okay?
Best lives.
So if you ever need a pick-me-up, just head over to Spotify, Apple Music. You can find it, Thinking Out Loud. Of course, it's the 2 Ds, just like my last name. And get motivated, baby.
Yes. I would say when I was listening to your podcast, I always listened in the morning at work. And I wrote down the quotes that you would share or the aspirations that you would share and post it on my wall. So when I go to work now, it's like 4 little post-it notes stacked up with the motivational posts that you shared.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh, I didn't know you did that. And I do tell people to put it somewhere where you can see it every day. And you did it. Oh my god! Yeah. I wonder who else did it. Shout out to y'all who has.
Shout out to me. Shout out to me.
That's love right there.
Yeah, and I am love. If you are not already, be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We post every day. We share things every day. We make videos for you guys. Basically almost every Friday, right? Every Friday-ish?
Every other Friday, just about.
Yeah.
You get 2 a month.
Right. So be sure to follow us so that you won't miss out on anything.
And last but certainly not least, we cannot forget about our May question of the month, which is there still a stigma around mental health in the Black community? Why or why not? We would love to know your thoughts. If you are a member, you'll be entered twice to win a LoveLoudd t-shirt. You can answer on the YouTube channel. Yaya's video was up, so you can answer on there. Check out her answer. You can answer on our Instagram page, or just become a member and answer on the website. You can only have access to that group if you are a LoveLoudd member. And when you become a member, you will receive a Love Yourself Loud pin. Okay? Who don't like free stuff? Also, speaking of free, we was it like 2 weeks ago, gave out some free shirts.
Yes.
Look out on the page. If we have your size when we post it, we'll send you a free shirt. So be on the lookout for that too, because We just been in a giving mood. Hey.
Right. And I love it.
Love it.
Yes, so thank you guys and gals for listening to our podcast today. We hope that you were able to take something from this episode, whether it's something inspirational from our moms, something funny from us, something hilarious that our mom said about us or embarrassing.
Right.
My God, girl,
Like, come on now.
Come on, mama. If I could name this episode Dang Mama, I would name it Dang Mama. Like, gosh, dang, girl. But anyway, it was a pleasure, as always, recording this podcast. And a little bit different with our moms, but nevertheless enjoyable.
Right, I definitely enjoyed it. I haven't spoken with my mother in that capacity as far as, you know, being recording together. So they had a good time. We had a good time. Especially the part about them both not knowing that we were born, what we were before we were born.
Right.
Like, what?
Right. I thought my mom knew I was going to be a girl.
And I didn't know my mom was going to have the same response.
Right.
Like, what?
Your name could have been your dad's name. That was crazy.
That is crazy. Like,
yeah.
Okay. That's crazy. I still feel like that was a 90s thing, but I don't know. We're going to have to ask somebody else. Did your mama know what you was before you was born?
Right. Let us know that, y'all, on our Twitter or something. Did your parents know? Ask your parents and see what they say.
Right. We should put a question of that on the poll.
Oh, yeah.
On our page.
We should do that. Yeah, we could do that today.
Look out for the poll.
Pow. Okay. All right. So we are going to be checking out. Thanks for tuning in, and we will be back in your ears in 2
weeks. You know, I got to sing us out.
Stay black.
Stay proud.